Hi, this is Nicole from the Right Habit podcast, and today I want to tell you about my newly birthed book, Butterfly Moments. This is a book that has been coming to me in little glimpses earlier this month or end of last month, and I didn't actually want to write it. And so I want to give you the background story and then how I birthed it within 5 days, not the whole book, just the beginning, and how I decided to keep going with it. I don't know if you have ever experienced that you have an idea for a book in your head for either a short time or maybe months or years, but somehow you have resistance. Either you don't have time or you don't really want to get into it, or you have other projects that you really need to finish and you feel like, yes, one day I will write this, but not right now. And so this is the situation that I was in. I looked into my automatic writing log. Automatic writing is writing in trance, as connecting with your subconscious, receiving information from your inner guidance, your subconscious, the universe, your spirit guides. It's a very generative way of getting advice for your life and channeling books and ideas. And so I have a log because I do automatic writing every single morning. And I looked back in that log when the words butterfly moments came up for the first time. And there was a question that I asked on September 30th, 2025, which is now 2 weeks ago. And I asked a few questions around issues that I have. And then I asked, just sometimes I do that, I just ask like a random question. I asked, what is my calling? And then it said that what I received, what I channeled was butterfly moments. You know, this is a book or at least an article or concept. That was the very first time. And I think maybe subconsciously I've been playing with this idea. So what is butterfly moments anyways? I haven't actually explained it yet. Butterfly moments means that you take a mini pause, a micro pause in whatever chaos, anxiety, shame, stress, anger you're currently in. And you notice something that is either beautiful or curious or interesting. So for example, if I'm on the school run and I'm super stressed, my heart is racing, we are already late, none of the children is cooperating, and I'm in the car trying to make it on time, and it's an awful situation all around, no one likes it, we're just in there, and I can actually feel the stress already in my throat and my chest as I'm talking, because I have a lot of these moments. But what if you drive by a tree that, and if it's fall, it's just changed colors. And it's not just changed colors from green directly to yellow or red, but there is this gradual change across the leaves. There's a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red, all in the same tree. And it almost looks like a fall-colored rainbow. And imagine you drive by and you notice that just for a split second, and within that split second, there's beauty, there's curiosity, there is joy. And then, you keep driving and the kids are loud and fighting over the radio and hitting each other from the back, reaching over. But that butterfly moment, it could be just, the flap of a wing of a butterfly, or you notice a butterfly in the meadow. That's where the metaphor is coming from. That can give you this split second of peace. And if you collect these butterfly moments throughout your day, no matter how hard your day is, you can change your life. Because you get a different outlook on life. You take a sacred pause, you become really conscious, you wake up from the hustle and the stress. And I have practiced this only for a little while because this concept only recently came to me. It's probably not new and I've not made this up. It was just given to me by the subconscious, the inner guidance, the universe, spirit. I don't know and I don't care where it came from, but I've been practicing it. And in the deepest moments of stress and fear and guilt and shame and desperation and anger, I've managed to collect those butterfly moments. And the more I've been doing it, the more I'm feeling more content with my life and feeling a little bit more hopeful. So it's a really beautiful concept that I really just discovered. So on September 30th, 2025, which is now 2 weeks ago, I was told that Butterfly Moments is a book or an article. And my automatic writing, my inner guidance didn't just say, hey, Nicole, you should write this book. But it said, this is a book. or an article. So it's saying that deep down, this book is already in existence. It's already within you, and you know it. You just don't want to see it. Maybe you have resistance because you're writing other books. I'm writing other books. I'm finishing You Are Already Free, a book that I also channeled with automatic writing in 30 days. And I have 40,000 words to edit. So this is how it all started. And then about a week later, I started my course, Start Your Book with Automatic Writing, which is 5 days where I channel books with other writers live on Zoom. And in between listening to this idea of butterfly moments that came to me and starting this course, I actually forgot about it, or I forgot about the idea that this could be a book. I just practiced it because I didn't want to write a book. And so first day of Start Your Book with Automatic Writing, that was October 6, 2025, I was told, because I'm, in this course we are asking, what is, we get into meditation, I guide everybody into trance, into sort of non-thinking state, and then we are all asking, what's the book I'm supposed to write? And I do the same with my participants because I'm on the exact same journey. I want to hold exactly the same frequency and be in exactly the same sacredness. So we're all really channeling together. And boom, on day one, it says, you are writing butterfly moments. And then I started having a conversation with my inner guidance because I am imagining my future self, spirit guide, the universe. I am imagining all of them around me. And so I wrote back, but I don't want to. I don't have time. And then they wrote back. And so there was a little bit of conversation back and forth, which is very common for automatic writing, where I resisted still. I said, I don't want to do it. I have no time. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to do it. And throughout the 5 sessions of this course that I just taught, Start Your Book with Automatic Writing, I received snippets of that book. Until I realized I can actually write it. I just need to tune into the sacred channeling method, into the automatic writing, and the book will come to me. Because initially I thought it's yet another thing on my plate, a chore. I don't, it's a beautiful concept, happy to practice it, but I don't need to teach it to everybody right now. But I realized throughout those 5 days with all my participants, I was already writing the first chapter. I was already getting the exact title, the tagline, the blurb on the backside, all the topics, because I asked for all of that. I asked, okay, so what is the exact title? And I asked, okay, what's the sort of subtitle, the tagline? And I asked, what would be on the backside of the book? And I asked, well, how would I start it? And so in automatic writing state, because I think all of this has already existed in me for a while, since I've been practicing it and it's been so meaningful to me, it was easy to extend it into a book. It was easy to channel it through. So I just extracted today all of those words that I wrote in the 5 days, and I wrote 3,923 words just in that 1 hour a day, Monday to Friday, in my own course. I also do automatic writing every morning at 5:30 a.m. So there's a little bit more there that I can look through. But the real premise of this book, which is a non-fiction, slightly memoir-guided teaching book or spiritual book to help people wake up and discover butterfly moments for themselves. It might actually also be having some journal prompts. I feel like after a few examples and, an understanding of how it has changed my life, or it's changing my life right now, that I want to give it to the reader to explore and just feel it for themselves and make the butterfly moments what it is for them. So it will be super thin book, hopefully with illustrations and really pretty with prompts, to be a book that is lived. So that's how I imagine it right now, and this is what came through in the automatic writing. So almost 4,000 words in 5 days, written in complete channeling and ease state, in flow state, even though I didn't want to do it. That's how easy it can be. And that's how I persuaded myself that, okay, well, maybe I can keep going. I'm sharing that with you because it is always so baffling to me that you can write books in such a way, and it's easy, it's joyful, and the resistance is just out the window. The perfectionism, I don't have time, I can't do it, I don't want to do it alone, it's not good enough, I'm just not ready for it. Everything I constantly hear throughout the day when I think about my creative projects or my business or even life, it just falls away. And that's beautiful. So I birthed Butterfly Moments in 5 days. It's not finished yet, and I don't expect it to be. I will still do some sessions that are editing, where my thinking brain is on, where I think through how could this help, but I will keep dipping back into automatic writing to help me understand what is needed for this book. Because there is, of course, what I think as a book coach and editor, but there's also what my automatic writing can give me and help me understand that I don't yet know. So I'm still discovering. And with my other book, You Are Already Free, I didn't know it would be a book with meditations. So You Are Already Free is a book, and at the core of it are 12 visualizations and meditations that came to me when I was freeing myself from my unhappy relationship. And I didn't know it would come in the form of meditations and really strong visions. And so the book is different from Butterfly Moments because that is what came to me. And that is where I really felt the energy of the book. And so Butterfly Moments will look different, and I'm leaning into automatic writing to guide the way. But as a book editor and coach and publisher, of course, I will also make sure that it's coming together in a way that the readers can easily access it. Strategy and automatic writing are never against each other. It's just you do one thing at a time. Yeah, so how will I keep going? I'm currently at 3,923 words, and I will keep going in my own course. It's called Sacred Writing Circle. And that is another 6 weeks of automatic writing with my participants, where we are again channeling, but channeling deeper, bringing a book more to life. So whatever those people have thought of before as an idea, or maybe they don't even have an idea yet, or maybe they came to one of my other automatic writing courses or book starter courses or freebies. So they will come into the 6-week circle that I'm starting in a few days, and taking 6 weeks to flesh out much more. If it's a novel, what is the arc? What are the characters? If it's a nonfiction book, if it's memoir, what are the most important stories that need to come through from your life and what they mean for the theme of the book? If it's academic, and I have academics and I've had academics in the 6-week Sacred Writing Circle before, it's how can I lay out my argument? Where am I having blind spots about my data? You can apply to literally anything. Poetry also, very associative. Automatic writing is perfect for it. Most of my poems are written in automatic writing and then edited later. So I will be working on Butterfly Moments in those 6 weeks with my participants, and I don't know what will happen. It might be that on day 1, I will be told, actually, Butterfly Moments should be this, and you should do X. So I have some ideas, but I'm just open. I'm just gonna say, book, I surrender everything. I'll let you come to me. So I'm super excited, and I think it will be an easy and joyful ride to create this book because I'll be not alone. I have the other participants. I will be guiding them and myself into trance, and I will keep writing. And I'm just thinking, I wrote about almost 4,000 words in those 5 days. And I wonder, what can I do with a weekly meeting in 6 weeks? And then, of course, in between, I will continue. Because once I start with something, the momentum is just naturally there. So why do I tell you all of these things? Number 1, I want you to feel empowered. I want you to know that you can write those books that you want to write. You can birth those ideas. That might be a big or a small book. It might be any genre. But, when you carry around these ideas, or even subconsciously, there's this nudge. There's something I'm supposed to create. I just don't know what it is yet. When you never open the channel, when you never let it through, it will just keep nagging at you. And I don't like that. I don't feel very empowered when I have something nagging at me. I find it actually quite annoying. I rather want to open the channel and just see what's there. And that is extremely empowering to me. And that changes, it's not just good as a writer. I'm a writer first and foremost, and then I'm a book coach and publisher. But it's empowering. And I want you to think through if this is something that you could try. While you're listening, is there a book that is just nudging you a little bit? I have a feeling if you're still listening to this episode, usually my episodes are quite short, maybe there is a book. So that's the first reason. I want you to feel empowered as a writer. There is a way to write that is not painful, that is not stressful, that doesn't require you to forget all of your life and just be in a constant writing retreat. You can do it in small snippets of time and get it out. Number 2 is, of course, this episode is an invitation to come into the Sacred Writing Circle. It starts October 20, 2025. We are meeting on a Monday evening, London time at 6 o'clock, and you have to do basically nothing. No prep. Just come to the session, have your laptop or a journal with you, and I will guide you into everything. Just being in the presence of the sacred meditation that we do, the music that I have for you, and the other people in the room, you will notice that your energy, your frequency, the way you feel will be completely different from how you started your day. And you will start channeling from day one. And if something is not working, or you feel like, I think I'm trying too hard, it's not coming, I will tell you what to do, and I will help you to get into the practice of automatic writing. And after the 6 weeks, who knows what you will have written? None of us can know which book you will actually have finished. I've had people finishing a book proposal, academic articles, chapters of 15,000 words, a novel that was already in the making, but the person had sort of stalled and, the novel hadn't gone forward, but they found a key. It was unlocking how to deal with 2 character perspectives. I've had people writing memoir and bringing out painful stories that needed to be written out to then later make a decision in editing which of that will belong into the book that is given to the world and which of that will be private. I have no idea what you will birth, but I can tell you that you will birth something. You will enjoy it. You will feel held. It'll be a healing process. You will meet other writers who are coming to this slightly spiritual but also scientifically grounded method. It's not just woo-woo. You will come out with an output, you will come out with a community, you will come out with a skill that you can use for the rest of your life. It starts October the 20th, and I would love for you to come in, go into the show notes, check out the link, and join us. It's an amazing way to birth a book, just like I birthed Butterfly Moments, and how I'm continuing with Butterfly Moments. And if you're listening to this episode when this is already long gone, you just stumbled upon it, have a look at the show notes, because I have a lot of freebies, self-paced courses, and other opportunities for you to learn automatic writing, to birth your book with me in a number of different ways. So if you feel a calling and the 6-week circle is just finished, look in the show notes and follow that calling so that you don't have creativity and books and messages for the world stuck inside of you that are clogging you up. So that's my invitation, and I hope to see you soon in whichever way.